for this project you're going to need your heat transfer vinyl, you'll need a weeding tool, pair of scissors, the standard grip cutting mat, which is the green one. You'll need the item of clothing that you're going to put the design on. So I've got this white t-shirt here, it's 100% cotton. You will need a lint roller, a Teflon sheet. I've got these I just brought off Amazon. This just protects the piece of clothing when you heat press it. You'll need your heat press. You can use an iron, but I recommend using either the Cricut Easy Press or a normal t-shirt press, just because it distributes the heat more evenly. And then that's it. You'll just need to cut your design, which I'll show you next. All the designs I've got, I'll show you how to weed them, and then I'll show you how to apply them to the t-shirt. Once you've got your vinyl on the mat, you can load the mat into the machine and then click start. So I've cut out all of these designs and now I'm going to weed them. So again, just start in the corner like I do with the self-adhesive and just lift the vinyl up and off the carrier sheet like that, and then just peel that backwards. That's the first one. Again, I'm just going to lift the edge of this vinyl up. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to get that under there, especially on these thicker ones. This is a holographic, so it's a little bit of a thicker vinyl. There we go. And just want to pull that up, pull it away from the carrier sheet. Don't worry if it rips, it's not a problem. Now I do find that using the registration marks, so these little stars, can waste a little bit more vinyl than what you usually would. So I don't tend to use them all that much, but when you're just getting started and you're practicing, they can be extremely helpful. So I would recommend using them to begin with and then practice using the vinyl without them on some smaller pieces maybe, just so that you're not wasting all this vinyl. The only reason I've used them in this video is just to show you how to add them. before you transfer your design, I recommend checking your heat settings on the Cricut website. I'll leave a link in the description. But this is their heat guide, so you choose the heat press that you're using. I'm going to be using the original Cricut Easy Press, and then you choose the material that you're going to be using. So I'm using the Everyday Iron-On, and my base material is 100% cotton, and I will be using the Cricut Easy Press mat. So you just put in your settings in here and then click apply, and it tells you exactly what temperature you need to use and how long for. It also gives you a couple of instructions below, just so you know how to apply the vinyl. And then it tells me that I need to preheat my item for 5 seconds beforehand, and use light pressure when applying the vinyl. You will also need your Cricut Easy Press mat. This is to put your t-shirt on. So here I've got my t-shirt ready. I've got my Easy Press heating up just at the side to 320 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 160 degrees Celsius. And I'm just going to preheat my t-shirt just to make sure there's no moisture left in there. And then to find the centre of the t-shirt, I'm just going to fold the t-shirt in half. And then make sure that that's all lined up nicely. And then I'm going to use my Easy Press to just press a fold there, so I know where the centre of the t-shirt is. And I'm going to lay that back on my mat. I'm going to get my lint roller. And just make sure that I've got no fibres sticking to the t-shirt. Make sure that's completely clean. So you can still see where the fold is. So here I'm just going to place my design where I want it to be. So I think there is good. I'm going to put some card underneath these registration marks so that they don't press onto the t-shirt. Just make sure the writing fits nicely at the top there. And then at the bottom here, so that will go there. And this one will go here. So I just wanted to see how they will look before I press the t-shirt. So I'm going to remove these for now. And I've just heated my easy press to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is about 160 degrees Celsius. Okay, so now my heat press is ready. I'm going to place my Teflon sheet over top of my design. And then I'm going to press it for 15 seconds with medium pressure. This is a warm peel, so I'm going to gently peel this off. I want to make sure that I don't move these pieces of card. Gently peel that back. Like that. There we go. And then I want to do the next layer, and this one for some reason one of the stars didn't cut out, so I'm just going to line that up with this one. Okay, that looks good there. So I'm going to get my Teflon sheet again. And I'm going to press this for another 15 seconds. Again, just applying medium amount of pressure. Let that cool a little bit. It is a warm peel, but you just need to let it cool just a little bit so you don't burn your fingers. because I've done the unicorn. That all looks good. This needs to cool down. And now all that's left is the writing. So I'm just going to place that where I want it. So that. And okay, so this is now cooled down a little bit, and I'm just going to peel that back. Yep, see, that's stuck that down now. There we go. And this is what the final design looks like. So you can see all those sparkles. Now, one thing to consider when you're layering vinyl is if you've got glitter vinyl, you can't layer any other colours over the top of that. You can only really layer on this plain normal vinyl. That's turned out really nicely. Once you've pressed your design, make sure that you leave it roughly around 72 hours before you put it in the wash, and then just put it on a cold wash. Don't tumble dry it, make sure that you air dry it, and then you should be able to wash it as normal after that. It's all sparkly.